Welcome to BB's Bountiful Gardens. Today, we start with looking at the flowers. This is a lovely iris, and as you can see, others are going to bloom soon. Oh, I love irises. Here's the Japanese maple. You can see the lovely different shades of red and burgundy. This won't last long, it's going to turn green soon. And then the azalea. These are basil that were recently planted, along with my sunflowers that I also recently planted. Coming around here, I'm going to go show you the mailbox. The mailbox has some lovely marigolds and some dwarf sunflowers. This is the dwarf sunflowers that are the Mardi Gras mix from Haas Tools. And I have them planted on both sides of the mailbox. And soon I will be planting sweet potato slips in this area near where the mailbox is. Here are some pumpkins that I planted, Cherokee Tan and Blue Bio pumpkin, also from Haas Tools. In addition, I have some Blue Ridge kale and some squash and cucumbers coming up here. I also have a few beans that came up from the bean planting last year, and I'm leaving them in for now. And I also have zucchini here. On this side we have red Russian kale, and a lot of this is starting to go to seed, and I'm going to collect seed from some of it, but not all of it's going to seed yet. And there you can see a Brussels sprout that's gone to seed. More red Russian kale. And some cabbage. There is cauliflower going to seed. I'm curious to see how it's going to flower, so I let that one go to seed. Here's the zucchini. Interestingly, it already has flower blossoms on it, and there's the spinach. Here is a radish that is going to seed, and I decided to let this one go to seed so I could collect some seeds. It's very, very pretty white blooms on this radish. Over here we have our satsuma, and you can see the beautiful light green new leaves coming forth. Here is the Persian lime that I purchased from Lowe's a few weeks ago. Actually, I believe it was last week. And we're moving to the lemon. And what's amazing is some of those leaves looked like this recently, and they've all turned green. Those were red just a few days ago. And if you look at the stem, lots of new growth at the bottom of the stem. Here I planted bee feed seed from Haas Tools. And as you can see, it is germinated. It is a mixture of several different kinds of flower seeds that will help feed the bees when they come in less than 2 weeks. On the other side of the fence, we have blackberries, and this blackberry just put forth leaves this week. I thought it was dead, but it's putting forth leaves. Here's another blackberry that seems to be ahead of the others. This is a grape. This blackberry, I'm not sure if it's going to put forth anything. There's another blackberry. Here's a fig tree that I've had for a few years. It's never really done anything, but I'm going to try to nurse it this year. And the last blackberry on the end. Here is the fig tree that I planted out in the front yard. It seems to be doing well. Here is a view of the garden. The garden is doing well. These are potatoes that will be hilled. There's carrots. I decided to try growing both short day and intermediate day onions, and they both look to be doing well. I've interplanted peppers with the short day onions. Here we see the tomatoes and all their little bamboo stakes. And as you can see, the tomatoes have little blooms on them. Here's a close-up of some of the brassicas that are coming out and some tomatoes with blooms on them. Over here we have shallots and garlic. Some of the garlic is over a yard tall. New in the garden this week. I wish I could do it this fast. Here I am getting ready to lay some drip tape. And again, I did say I do everything by hand, so shovel, drip tape laying, all of that by hand. Here I am planting some rattlesnake pole beans, again from Haas Tools, and you see my supervisor Mitzi there with me. Mitzi's a rescue dog, and there's Sammy in the background. The Shih Tzu is Sammy. Mitzi and Sammy, those are my bosses all day, every day. Have a wonderful week full of bountiful blossoms and blessings.